Recording in progress.
What do you attribute them for?
Turnovers. Yeah, I mean, I know everybody's going to say, well, you guys are tired, 4 and 5. I'm not going to. Yeah, that's true. We played 4 and 5, but I'm not one to make excuses. I felt the biggest stat of the game was the fact that we had 13 turnovers to 26 points. Third quarter was by far the worst quarter for us. We couldn't score. We couldn't get a stop. We had 5 turnovers for 9 points. And the second half, there was 9 turnovers for 19. So that is a team you do not want to fuel their break. You do not want to give them extra possessions. They have a lot of weapons, obviously. And obviously, they closed the game, I think, on a 13-0 run. So turnovers down the stretch, lack of execution, just real unacceptable breakdowns. They go pick and roll, and between Monte and Austin, there's no communication. We give up a wide open 3. Those are the kind of plays that you just can't afford to have down the stretch against a very good team.
You say you don't want to blame fatigue, but go for 3-point shooting. That a little bit maybe on the play being heavy.
Ask Nikola. Yeah, ask him. I mean, everybody's tired this time of the season, so we don't subscribe to readily available excuses. They came in here, they got the job done, they beat us, and first half I thought we were terrific. So we were ready to play in the first half. I thought our crowd was great. I have to give our fans a ton of credit. Great atmosphere. I thought they gave us a lot of energy and life tonight, and just we're unable to sustain it in that second half.
Michael, how do you just look at this 4-game and 5 stretch? It was obviously a crazy schedule. You get 3 out of the 4 wins. How do you just look at this from a big picture perspective?
Tremendous. I'm so proud of our guys. I'm not going to allow this loss to take away from what we have been doing as of late. I think we're 12-3 now in the last 15 games. And you look at it, we still have a bunch of guys out, to injury, guys in and out of the lineup. So for us to go 3-1 in a 4 and 5 stretch, I couldn't be more proud of our guys. And I said to the coaches at halftime, I loved us in that first half. Just the energy and how hard we played. Obviously, everybody's pointing it out. I think the obvious things, came into effect in that second half. The legs, the decision-making, all those types of things. But we'll be off tomorrow. We'll regroup, and we'll try to get one more home win before we go out back east for another 3-game road trip.
Coach DeMarcus, another technical points. Is that a point of concern?
Well, yeah, I mean, we have to do a much better job of controlling our emotions, and not hurting the team. So yes, it's something that is a point of emphasis for DeMarcus, as well as for everyone else on the team. We've been getting way too many technical fouls, so sometimes we just gotta play the game, let our play do the talking. But it's not just on DeMarcus. It's definitely a concern with him, but other guys have been getting them fairly regularly as well. So I, as a head coach, have to do a much better job of policing that.
Do you feel like Bones injected this new kind of life, specifically in that first half, with his energy and his juice?
Yeah, he was great. Obviously his speed, quickness, ability to get to places on the court. He was making, for himself and more importantly, Mike, for his teammates, just some really good basketball plays. And that was obviously in the first half was our best stretch of basketball. Second half, that was not the case. But yeah, Bones was good. It was good to have him back available. Obviously him, being hurt in sack. He goes 4 of 8, 10 points, 4 rebounds, a couple of assists. So, Bones is growing and getting better every game by game.
When Nicole picks up that 4th foul, when you're already short-handed, how much does that wind up altering things? Because that was really where they went kind of on a flurry, especially 30 got loose there. Often, what changes there when Jovic picked up the 4th foul beyond the obvious?
Well, I mean, to your point, I think they went on a huge run, once he picked up his 4th. So now you lose your centerpiece on the offensive end, the guy that you play through and that makes everyone better. We really struggle to score in that quarter. We struggle to take care of it in that quarter. Then you have guys trying to do too many things, trying to force the issue, driving into a crowd. And then defensively, obviously, just his voice, his IQ, because he is the anchor of our defense at the same time. So yeah, anytime, Nicole is not in the game, our bench has been really good as of late. Obviously tonight, I thought in the first half, they were pretty good. In the second half, they struggled. And that was the same thing with that starting group.
With that, Monte often miscommunication, is that supposed to be a switch, or is that something where you're kind of relying on them to, talk it through?
Well, they definitely have to talk it through, but it should have been a switch. I mean, it's two like-sized guys, which should be an easy switch. One guy says he talked, one guy says he didn't hear it. I'm sure the truth lies in somewhere in between. But as I told our guys, that's just one example of a play down the stretch where, as we approach these last 15 games and hopefully the postseason, that you just can't afford to have. I mean, this is very uncharacteristic for us, to be outscored 13-0 to close the game. That's not what we're used to seeing. We've been a team that has excelled in close games and clutch games and won a ton of close games. So, tonight was something that we'll watch the film, we'll learn from it, and hopefully we can be better come Saturday against Toronto. All right. Thanks, everybody.